Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, and this is your general reading for the first half of October 2019. This reading is for the air sign of Libra. That's Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, if your Venus is in Libra, or if you are cross-watching for a Libran. But of course, as many of you know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching because there's so many of you watching and everybody has different things going on in their lives. So if you know all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, watch them all because it can provide additional clarification and more pieces of what's going on in your life. Thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Your support, feedback, comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. All are welcome and all are appreciated. Thank you so much. And always a big note of gratitude to all of my clients. You guys keep me so busy, so joyfully occupied so much of the time doing personal readings. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. I always say it and I always mean it. And I'm so grateful that so many of you keep returning over and over again. If any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and I can usually respond to your initial inquiry with more info either the same day or within the first 24 hours. And scheduling is pretty good too. I'm quite blessed to be able to do readings full-time, 6 days a week. It is all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule in mind to set up readings in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me if you're interested and we will go from there. All right, moving right into this. Libra for the first half of October 2019. Let's see what is in store. Okay, Libra, we begin with the Four of Wands, followed by the Four of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, followed by the Hanging Man, and from the bottom of the deck, overall general energy for the first half of October is the Three of Swords. So Libra, it looks like there's some sadness for a lot of you in the first half of October because your overall energy is the Three of Swords. This is a card that can represent emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak. Sometimes it represents breakups in romantic relationships. Some of you may be going through a breakup of some kind or some emotional pain or a very emotional disappointment of some kind as well. So I'm sorry to see that for many of you. I always hope that the really positive readings resonate and the really, the challenging ones don't. But I mean, that is the nature of life. I mean, we all kind of go through this. When you look at the tarot cards from the Fool to the World and everything in between, it's about our journeys through life and the ups and downs and joys and sorrows too. And this looks like a time for many of you where there's some kind of emotional pain or disappointment. So let's take a look at this. We have the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Two fours. It's interesting. Fours can represent stability because they represent a stable base to build things on. Four pillars. They can also represent stagnancy. And that may be what it is for many of you here. The Four of Wands is a lovely card. It's a card of celebrations, and typically celebrations that are often connected with friends and family. It's one of the marriage and wedding cards, engagements, birthday parties, graduations. It reminds us of the simple joy and gratitude we feel for and about the people in our lives that we love and care about, often friends and family. It can represent getting ready for a celebratory event as well. What clarifies it is the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of holding on very tightly. I sometimes see this card come up when in regards to someone who has lost a lot in their life. And so they can cling very tightly to what they have left because it's what makes them feel safe and stable, and they don't want to let go or share or give. On an emotional level, this can represent being kind of closed, guarded, self-protective, holding on to what makes you feel secure, because Pentacles is earth energy. And in the tarot, this is often about the energy of things in the structure of our life that makes us feel stable and secure. So it can sometimes point to, you know, money, finance, property, resources, assets, job, etc. Or the work that we put into the things that we hold valuable because they make us feel stable, they make us feel safe and secure, whether they're tangible or whether they're not so tangible. So this can represent, you know, being somebody being very closed, guarded, holding on very tightly. You know, and this, it's a general reading, so this is going to mean different things to different people. For those of you that are maybe going through, I mean, there's some kind of emotional pain, heartbreak, disappointment here. For some of you, it might be, I mean, the Four of Wands is one of the marriage and, you know, wedding cards. So some of you, you may want to, you may be in a relationship or may have been in a relationship with somebody, and this was your ultimate goal, you know, the happy home, the family, the marriage, the blessings, that celebration energy. And perhaps you found out that your partner is like not on for that. They're not on the same page with you. It can represent, some of you, it might represent not, you know, and you may have broken up because of it, or you may be going through an emotionally difficult time trying to ask yourself, you know, I really love this person, and this is my goal, this is really what I want, but if the other person doesn't want it, you know, that breaks my heart. Does that mean that this isn't the person for me? If it's not, and this is what I want, then obviously the person that I want to have that with is still out there, but I love this person. You know, relationships can be difficult that way, and what do? You're still kind of holding on to this thing that you want, you know, whatever this Four of Wands represents. For some of you, it might not be like that. For some of you, it might be, you know, some family event or something that you were planning on, working towards, you know, planning on going, or you're developing it, or, you know, you're organizing it or arranging it, and maybe there was some, maybe it was canceled or something like that, and you're just really, you know, emotionally upset about that. Maybe still trying to find a way to pull it together or have some semblance of it. It could be that some of you have gone through perhaps a breakup or a difficult emotional, you know, disappointment of some kind. You might be clinging very closely to friends and family at this time as part of, you know, the healing process, making yourself feel better. So I feel like, you know, there's a bit of a withdrawal, and you're seeking some, I think you're going inwards and thinking about this a lot and kind of seeing how things play out, maybe getting a different perspective, talking to people maybe or not, because we have the Hermit and the Hanging Man next to that. Interesting cards because both imply a process which is kind of solitary and internal. The Hermit particularly, because that's what hermits do. Hermits, monks, monastics, what do? They want to seek out wisdom, insight, guidance, knowledge. So they withdraw from the normal external distractions of the day-to-day world, and they you know, you might be maybe not socializing as much, or not, you know, you may be spending just some time alone to kind of think about what this disappointment or this emotional pain is about, trying to see what you can get out of it or find out of it, or lessons. It's clarified by the Hanging Man, which represents what you're actually doing during this time. The Hanging Man hangs back. He hangs upside down in what appears to be an awkward or uncomfortable position. It's transitional. It's a temporary energy card, and it represents not doing something, holding back because there's still things playing out. Divine timing and orchestration is at work, and even though you may feel like going in and rushing, maneuvering, yelling, forcing an outcome, rushing an outcome, something of that sort, you don't, because you understand ultimately this is a card about really trusting in divine timing and orchestration. Even if you want to go in and do something, say something, you don't, because you understand that things are still playing out. Things are working a certain way for a reason. You may not have all the information yet, and while you're kind of hanging back, you can also kind of get a different perspective on things as well, during this time where you're kind of going within and looking at things. You know, I mean, it could be, you know, that some of you are going through a breakup, or you've just recently gone through a breakup. It could be that for some of you. I mean, it's going to resonate a little differently. And for some of you, that breakup or that separation or whatever this ending is might be final. But the interesting thing is that, Libra, I feel like for many of you, this isn't quite played out yet. Again, for some of you, whatever this has ended or breakup, it might be final. But I feel like energies are still, I'm seeing an indication that for many of you, energies are still playing out. The situation isn't quite done yet. Let's clarify this Three of Swords. We know the Three of Swords is about the Four of Wands. In some sense. A celebratory event, maybe getting married, maybe having that the Knight of Swords. So this is what, you know, the Three of Swords, the emotional pain or heartbreak or disappointment. There's some news or information that came in. Again, for a romantic relationship, it might be that maybe you realized once and for all that your partner just didn't want the same things that you did. Wedding, marriage, all of that. Again, if it's not a romantic relationship, it could be a family celebration of some kind that got canceled, maybe at the last minute or something. The idea of home and family that you had, that you wanted, that you were longing for. It's like you heard something or somebody told you, I don't think this is what I want, etc. But again, I still have this feeling that things are playing out. And you're definitely going within and thinking about all of this. Some of you may be holding out some hope that this situation still has hope of resolving in the way that you want it to. Let's pull some advice. Let's pull an advice card. What should Libra do? For who this reading resonates, for the first half of October, what should Libra do? Advice, guidance. The Seven of Wands, hold firm. Whatever it is that you were wanting, Libra, that this represents, perhaps. Don't give up on it. Don't compromise it. Don't negotiate it. Stand firm in who you are and what you know is right for you and what you know your joy and fulfillment is. Even if it feels like this situation isn't it, or this situation isn't going to be it, stand firm in this. Because, for example, if this is a romantic relationship and your partner's like, maybe we just don't want the same things, if that's where your joy and fulfillment lies in having this, then honestly, even though you may love this person, it may break your heart to not be with this person. It means that what you want is out there, but perhaps not with this person. It could be with another person. You need to hold fast to what you know will be joyful and fulfilling for you. Because if you compromise and negotiate it, especially over and over again, you never put yourself in a position where spirit can bring it to you. So hold firm, hold fast in what it is that you want, that you know that you need and want to be joyfully fulfilled, even if it's difficult. Why should Libra do this? Because if you compromise and negotiate on what you ultimately want, then you're always going to be in a position of wanting. You're always going to be in that position of being hungry and thirsty and never having the hope of getting sustained or fulfilled. Only because of fear of the unknown. So why is the advice the Seven of Wands? What happens when Libra does this? Anything in the near future? Standing firm. Wow. So why standing firm? Why not backing down? Why not compromising or negotiating? What happens if you do this? Look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune that came out first, followed by the Sun. These are absolutely beautiful cards. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright position is a strong implication of a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. This is divine timing and orchestration. This is why the Hanging Man fights his own impulses to hang back, because he trusts in divine timing and orchestration. Even if he can't see how it plays out, even if he feels like this is never going to work out, or this part of my life is never going to work out, this is God's Spirit, your angels and guides, coming in to bless you hugely in an unexpected way. The sun comes in and uplifts everything. The sun is the most positive card, major arcana card in the tarot, in its ability to affect the other cards. It lessens challenging and negative energy, and it acts as kind of a boost to other uplifting energy. It brings illumination, clarification. There's always an uplifting of energy, life, love, warmth, laughter. I mean, absolutely beautiful. This is why the Hanging Man does what he does, and the Hermit does what he does. The Hanging Man, it's not like he's hanging there not feeling like he wants to go in and make something happen or rush an outcome or force something. But he understands, because he has this intuitive feeling that things are still playing out, and if I jump in and do something, I could just ruin it all or whatever. And it's not to say, I mean, for some of you, for example, if this is a romantic relationship, again, if you're going through a breakup or you feel like you have to leave, it might be permanent. For some of you, it might not be, because I have a feeling that this is not finished yet. Something is still brewing, simmering, marinating. It might be, I'm using a romantic relationship as an example because it's the one coming most clearly across, but you can apply this to whatever your circumstances are. It might be that you need to tell for some of you, it might be that you need to tell the person, this is really what I need to be joyful and fulfilled in my life. I always wanted it to be you. You're the one I love. I can't at this time imagine having that with somebody else. But if you're not on board for that, then it means that you're not the one that I'm meant to have this with. And I need to go away and heal so that someday I can open myself up after healing for spirit, to have the kind of person that wants this with me. And it might be that thing which gives the other person the final push to kind of overcome their fears and join with you on this. It might be that way for some of you, and it might take some time. You need to not leave with the intention that that's what you're doing, though. You just need to trust divine timing, orchestration. Whatever it is that you're wanting that you've been disappointed in, don't give up that dream. Don't give up what that is that you need to be joyful and fulfilled about. Don't, hold fast, hold firm. Even if you can't see it working out with something else or someone else, holding firm to what you know is joyful and fulfilling is what Spirit wants for you. And if you step in faith and trust in that by disconnecting yourself from that which is not bringing you that joy and fulfillment, this is what's coming. One way or another, this is what's coming. It's a beautiful reading. I mean, there's aspects of it that aren't. I mean, we never like to see emotional pain, heartache, disappointment. But keep believing in what it is that you want, because Spirit is bringing it to you. And I don't feel like it's too far around the corner either. And also because the Four of Wands, even though it looks like it may seem this isn't going to happen, and if it's with a person, it might not be with this person. But the Four of Wands is also called the Four of Wands also represents unexpected blessings and happy surprises, and it's not a card of an indeterminate future. When it references unexpected blessings or happy surprises, it usually represents that whatever that unexpected blessing is, it's coming in within a few weeks. So it's a short period of time, because I don't feel like this for many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, I don't feel like this is done. But the Spirit is bringing you something beautiful in the not too distant future. You just have to stand firm. Protect what's dearest to you. It'll be worth it. So Libra, that is your reading for the first half of October. I hope that you were able to, for those of you for whom it resonated, I hope you were to able to extract something useful from it. If this reading resonated for you, or if any of the readings do, and you'd like to take a deeper look and explore something specific and set up a personal reading, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I offer a wide variety of readings in love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work and finance, investment, gift readings, 6 and 12-month life overviews, a variety of different readings. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and all that is included by clicking on the description link below, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the About button there. I will see you all again, Libra, in a couple of weeks for the October 2019 mid-month general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you much joy, love, peace, strength, blessings, healing for those of you that need it. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.